A very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us on the abridged version of the show tonight. I'm Yemi Adebayo. We have just about 20 minutes to take a look at what is happening in your amazing world of sports. As we speak, 2 matches currently going on in the UEFA Champions League. Barcelona trying to do mission impossible. Will they do it? Time will tell. Liverpool and Leipzig also currently battling it out. Liverpool, some will say, already have a leg in the next round because they won the first tie away 2-0. So it's going to be interesting to see what happened. And by the way, Manchester City also earlier in the day defeated Southampton, put 5 goals past Southampton. It was exciting to see Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, and all the guys strutting their stuff. All right, so it's time to bring you into all that we're doing on the show. Even with the limited time that we have today, I want to know what you're thinking. Want to feel your pulse on the show. This is how you can be a part of it. Sending your tweet. Come across to us on Facebook. You can send us a mail if that's your thing. So, Sports Tonight at channelstv.com. Send a mail. Facebook, Channel 7 Sports. And, of course, on Twitter at channels_sports. That's how you can be a part of the show tonight. So let's quickly move on the show. We'll always, if there's something to tell you about the UEFA Champions League, we'll always revert. If you're not watching the game, we'll try to be your ears and your eyes with what is happening in those 2 matches. I can conveniently tell you that the situation report as it stands right now, about 28, 27 minutes played at both centers, is still goalless as we speak. But if anything happens, we'll let you know. We're on the 30th minute mark in both matches. All right, let's start with the World Table Tennis Championship, the second leg going on in Doha. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's the job that I have tonight. And, of course, I have to tell you that Africa and Nigeria's Haruna Kodri has been knocked out of the competition. That's talking about the World Table Tennis Stars contenders in Doha today. He bowed out after losing to Tomokazu Arimoto. That's the guy that he lost to. Of course, he already defeated another person from Japan in the earlier rounds, Masataka Morizone. He defeated him, but he came up against a stronger opposition, also from Japan, and he lost. And the way it is, no African is left in the competition. All the other guys, Omar Assar lost, Ahmed Saleh as well, they all lost. And we're here talking about Haruna Kodri because he's Africa's #1, and of course, he's Nigeria's pride in table tennis. So he has bowed out, no shame to him, bowing out in that competition. Haruna Kodri, of course, top table tennis player. So we keep monitoring things going on in the world of table tennis. If there's something to let you know, we will let you know. Only to say tonight that our man not in the competition anymore. But there's a lot to look forward to, especially in a year that has the Olympics. And we're hoping that all the things Haruna Kodri did in 2016, he will be able to replicate it in 2021 and maybe even go a step further, probably at the end of things get a medal. So best of luck to Haruna Kodri and all other Nigerian table tennis players. All right, let's go and talk about Nigeria's mini Olympics and tell you about the story, of course, of alleged fraud. The Edo State government has summoned a contractor working at the indoor sports complex, one of the venues that were to be used for the National Sports Festival. Of course, the Abuja-based contractor is allegedly working without permission on the indoor sports complex facility in Benin City, the Edo State capital. A venue which had been fully renovated by the Edo State government as host ahead of the National Sports Festival. Chairman of the local organizing committee of the Games and Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shuaibu, has a thing or two to say after inspecting the facility. He also noted that the state has a cordial relationship with the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports and will have been duly informed of any contract awarded for the indoor sports complex. Let's just listen to what you can call the situational report on this matter, talking about alleged fraud, unauthorized work going on in the indoor sports complex in Edo State.
We realized that one of the structures that is ready for the 2020 Sport Festival that was renovated by the state government and handed over to us by the federal government, a contractor different from the contractor hired by the state to renovate the structure, erected a signboard saying that he's awarded the contract and renovating already renovated structure. And for us, it was an aberration. Knowing fully well that we have a relationship with the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports, and we also have a cordial relationship, a robust one for that matter, with the Minister and the Permanent Secretary. And there was no correspondence to the effect that somebody from the ministry is even here for any project. And we saw it as something very unusual. And we've ordered that the signboard be removed, because that signboard is misleading. And the contact here be arrested, and the contractor should have to be invited with all his contract papers to evaluate and check if the same structure that you see, that the minister himself have even seen, the committee set up by the National Assembly have visited, that is the same structure that is being awarded. So for us, we have always been ready and we are already planning ahead, but the issue still lies in the hands of the federal government. We are expecting favorable communication from them. So if the sports festival we hold, it will be determined by the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Honorable Minister. For us, we are ever ready.
All right. I mean, a lot can be taken away from that statement. Of course, construction can't be going on without the knowledge of the local organizing committee, especially at a facility that was already completed by the state. And the cliffhanger, the statement that he left hanging, that I'm very sure a lot of people will be holding on to. And those state is ready, but if the festival will hold, it depends on the federal government and the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development. They will be the one to decide. But as far as is concerned, Edo State is ready. Before we move on the show, let me just give you a quick update as regards the UEFA Champions League. PSG has scored a goal in the 37th minute. Kylian Mbappe has put PSG ahead in that game. So as it stands, it's going to be 5-1 on aggregate, and it's safe to say anything can happen in football, but then it's safe to say that may be the final nail in Barcelona's coffin. But in the other game, it's still goalless. It's still goalless. So if it stays this way, Liverpool goes through. But if he also remains this way, okay, it's one apiece at this moment. Quick response from Barcelona. So it means 5-2 on aggregate. If it stays this way, PSG also through to the next round. So, like I said, we'll always go back to this if there's something new to tell you about the UEFA Champions League. You might be wondering who scored that goal, that equalizer for Barcelona. The usual suspect, Lionel Messi, got the goal. We're approaching halftime, a minute or two to halftime, but Lionel Messi probably gave them a lifeline, but they still need to score like 3 unreplied goals if they're going to take it to penalties, then 4 unreplied goals if they're going to win outright. So we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. All right, let's talk about the CAF Confederation Cup. We have a few minutes left on the show before we call it a day and wrap things up. In the CAF Confederation Cup, Enyimba today won their first game, and it was a winning start for the Aba Elephants. It was 2-1 in favor of Coach Fatai Osho's boys. I thought the game, the scoreline probably doesn't reflect the game. Personally, I feel Enyimba should have scored more goals. They had a penalty shout in the 90th minute. A lot of people. First goal scored by their captain, Austin Oladapo. Good goal from him. But of course, true to form, they gave away a penalty, and the Libyans equalized 7 minutes after the Aba Elephants went ahead. And that's it on your screen. They got that goal. But kudos to Enyimba. Victor Mboma, before the end of the first half, put this one behind the net, into the net, and of course it was 2-1, and they were able to win the game. There were some moments in the game where you felt they could have scored or should have scored, but it didn't happen, especially in the dying moments of the game. There was a particular time, even the match commentator thought that the Aba Elephants had gotten a penalty, but the ref was not having any of it. So game ended 2-1. Good start for the Aba Elephants. We'll see how far they can go. Of course, they will face South Africa's Orlando Pirates on March 17 in their second group game. So, winning start for them, and hopefully they will continue that way. No Nigerian team has won the CAF Confederation Cup, but if there's any team that you could, even if you're not a betting person, could put your money on that could get the job done, is Enyimba. Of course, you already know they've won the CAF Champions League twice, but this one, no Nigerian team has won it. All right, so let's quickly take a look at what happened today in the Women's League, the NWFL Premiership. Let's take a look at the results. Let's see how far we can go with the results with the few minutes that we have left. Abia Angels played a goalless draw with Delta Queens. Ibom Angels lost to Confluence Queens by a lone goal. Oshu Babes and Bayelsa Queens played a 1-1 draw. Pelican Stars and Nasarawa Amazons played a 1-1 draw as well. Royal Queens defeated Sunshine Queens by a lone goal. Edo Queens defeated FC Robo Queens 2-1. That's it for the ladies. Let's talk about the guys. Switch gears. Talk about the guys. The NNL. The games played midweek. Let's take a look at the results. 4 divisions. We have to race through this one as quickly as we can. DMD defeated Shekara 2-1. Malumfashi defeated Road Safety. Kebbi United played a 1-1 draw with Niger Tornadoes. Safra United, two goals up against Kogi United, so they won that game. These are the results, B1, B2, and A2. A lot of interesting results. Animal Force and Stationary Stores, it was goalless. That's in Division, of course, Division B1. We'll talk about all of this when we have much time tomorrow. But these are the results for you. A1, A2, B1, B2. A lot of good games being played in there. All right, so that's it. Before we go on the show tonight, we need to talk about the Swiss maestro. Roger Federer is back. A lot of people wanted to see what he will do. That's the man in your picture. It's going to turn 40 later on. A lot of people wanted to see Roger Federer, and we're able to show you that the Swiss maestro is back. We don't know if he's with a bang, but surely he is back. Won his first game, and he's going to play Nikos Basilashvili in his next game. All right, so that's it. We've come to the end of the show. Today is the abridged version, but join us again tomorrow. We have more time on our hands. Take you on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.